Так, всім здравствуйте, ребятки. Це Getting Over It. Чудова гра. Мені дуже подобається. В свій час я дуже багато на неї часу потратив. Зараз зайшов, так, кайфанути в неї. Перепройти ще разочок. Я, звісно, розумію, що, можливо, дивно чути, що це гра для того, щоб розслабитись, покайфувати. Але дійсно, якщо навчитися в неї грати, то по суті тільки хороші емоції вона приносить. Бачите, розучився грати, звісно, розучився свій гравця. Ну, але це діло таке. Це взагалі-то складне місце вважається. Тими, хто вперше грає в цю гру, так особливо.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much control. They're built more for the joy of building than as polished products.
Тут було легше пройти.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment
забиратись там по
It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts. And it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree. A lot of people never got past it. Prod and poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake.
Це був, до речі, скрімер. Дуже страшний, але він у мене дуже тихий, тому що я не вперше проходжу цю гру. Першого разу зробив перфектний прыжочок.
But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault, as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Буде круто, якщо я поб'ю свій рекорд з першого разу.
People have been predicting that games would soon
Так
be made
чисто
out
по
of
фану зайшовши в гру.
objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made.
Я в цьому сумніваюсь, звісно.
I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context. Once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh, untainted, and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. Be games, be movies, be music, be philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is.
Пройшли гру. За 5 хвилин, по-моєму, це мій рекорд. 110-та перемога. Такі діла. Просто хотів поділитись з вами цією чудовою грою. Дякую за перегляд.